magsubukan. Kung sakaling hahanapin, alam mo kung tagasan. Yung mga red boys, nasa S-block lang yan nakapost. Lumalabas lang sa kalsada pag may pera na involved. Panoorin mo kung winning, yung babae sa'kin yung gigiling. Sunduin mo siya pagtapos kong gamitin. Kung ako papipiliin, mukha mo sa sahig.
Hi guys, so good evening, welcome back to my magical world. I am Frostbite and today is October 2, 2023. So it's late night na. It's 11:34 in the evening and we're going to continue reading, okay? My eyes is so beautiful here. Let us start, okay? So you really have to be patient kasi reading is not easy. So just listen to me. Okay, so wala naman kayo, basically wala kayong gagawin kundi makinig sa akin kasi I am here to make you feel better. To teach you guys. So, syempre, this is like really something na, what do you call this? Favorable to you because you're just going to listen to me, to my stories, okay? So, we're on to page 166 and 167 of the book flow. And, again, let's continue. So one of the major symptoms that sets depressed and unhappy people apart is that they rarely report such events occurring to them. A supportive social network also mitigates stress. An illness or other misfortune is less likely to break a person down if he or she can rely on the emotional support of others. Okay? So, this is very common, diba? You are not usually... You keep all your problems to yourself, especially if you feel like you have a weak support system around you. So if you feel that way, I am really sorry about that, but know that, for example, me, I'm just here, but I'm listening to you guys. I can listen to you, to your message. If you wanted to message me, I'm gonna be posting my email soon. So hindi pa ngayon kasi siguro mga after November. So, medyo hindi na ako masyado nun busy. I hope so. May tinatapos lang talaga akong, ano ba dito? So, let's say contract, ganun. So, there is no question that we are programmed to seek out the company of peers. It is likely that sooner or later behavioral geneticists will find in our chromosomes the chemical instructions that make us feel so uncomfortable whenever we happen to be alone. There are good reasons why, during the course of evolution, such instructions should have been added to our genes. Animals that develop a competitive edge against other species through cooperation survive much better if they are constantly within sight of one another. So baboons, for instance, who need help from peers to protect themselves against the leopards and hyenas roaming the savannah, have a slim chance of reaching maturity if they leave their troop. So the same conditions must have selected for gregariousness as a positive survival trait among our ancestors. Of course, as human adaptation began to rely increasingly on culture, additional reasons for sticking together became important. For instance, the more people grew to depend for survival on knowledge instead of instinct, the more they benefited from sharing their learning mutually. So a solitary individual under such conditions became an idiot. Idiot. So which in Greek originally meant a private person. So someone who is unable to learn from others. At the same time, paradoxically, there is a long tradition of wisdom warning us that hell is other people. So the Hindu sage and the Christian hermit sought peace away from the from the madding crowd. And when we examine the most negative experiences in life of average people, we found the other side of glittering coin of gregariousness. So the most painful events are also those that involve relationships, unfair bosses, and rude customers. make us unhappy on the job, at home an uncaring spouse, an ungrateful child, and interfering in-laws are the prime sources of the blues. How was it possible to reconcile the fact that people cause both the best and the worst times? This apparent contradiction is actually not that difficult to resolve. Like anything else that really matters, relationships make us extremely happy when they go well and very depressed when they don't work out. People are the most flexible, the most changeable aspect of the environment we have to deal with. So the person can make the morning wonderful and the evening miserable because we depend so much on the affection and approval of others. So we are extremely vulnerable to how we are treated by them. So when you really think about it, about relationships, our life, all our life is involves a lot of relationships. So if you are just like my viewers, I really hope that you are having like a splendid relationships, not only romantically speaking, but in general, like your friendship, your circle of friends, your associates, your delegates, your colleagues. I hope you are having like wonderful relationships because it's not easy, guys. It's challenging, even though friendships, diba? Nowadays, you really have to go up, really pick your people wisely because not everyone is good for you and you're also not good for everyone. So make sure to discern the kind of values you possess. Okay? So therefore, a person who learns to get along with others is going to make a tremendous change for the better in the quality of life as a whole. This fact is well known to those who write and those who read books with titles such as How to Win Friends and Influence People. Business executives yearn to communicate better so that they can be more effective managers and debutantes. Read books on etiquette to be accepted and admired by the in crowd. So much of the concern reflects an extrinsically motivated desire to manipulate others, but people are not important only because they can help make our goals come true. When they are treated as valuable in their own right, people are the most fulfilling source of happiness. So this very flexibility, it is the very flexibility of relationships that makes it possible to transform unpleasant interactions into tolerable or even exciting ones. How we define and interpret a social situation makes a great difference to how people will treat one another and how they will feel while doing it. Ayan guys, I need water. Di pa ako ata nagtutubig. Wait lang. Let's finish this and later I will drink. So for instance, when our son Mark was 12 years old, he took a shortcut across a rather deserted park one afternoon as he walked home from school. In the middle of the park, he was suddenly confronted by three large young men from the neighboring ghetto. So don't make a move or he'll shoot you, one of them said, nodding toward the third man, who had his hand in his pocket. The three took away everything Mark had. Some change and worn Timex. Now keep on going. Don't run. Don't even turn around. So Mark started walking again toward home and the three went in the other direction. So after a few steps, however, Mark turned around and tried to catch up with them. So listen, he called. I want to talk to you. Keep going, they shouted back. So but he caught up with the trio and asked if they would reconsider giving him back the watch they had taken. So he explained that it was very cheap and no possible value to anyone except him. You see, it was given to me on my birthday by my parents. The three were furious but finally decided to take a vote on whether to give back the watch. So the vote went 2-1 in favor of returning it. So Mark walked proudly home without change but with the old watch in his pocket. Of course, it took his parents a lot longer to recover from that experience. From an adult perspective, Mark was foolish to possibly risk his life for an old watch, no matter how sentimentally valued it was. But this episode but this episode illustrates an important general point that a social situation has the has the potential to be transformed by redefining its rules. So what I am just saying, right? So when you are anticipating like something, whether something bad is going to happen, right? You really cannot predict how the future will unfold. Again, it's the consciousness and how you are going to manipulate the energy, and how you will handle the situation basically. So if you are talking to like a certain people, right, and you are targeting some goal, like how to make them believe you, something like that. So situations are really changing, so always hope for the better. Make sure that you have like a very powerful convincing tactics. Okay, so it's like that. It's every relationships, whatever, guys. It's all about that. Okay, how will make you how will you make everyone be in your favor? Okay, so those are uh, the tools that you need to succeed in life. Okay, in general, how charismatic are you, how you are going to spill your teas, right? So ayan, marami na ako sa inyong natuturo. Medyo late na. So, we'll continue this tomorrow. Pero, other pages na tayo. I'm just so happy that we're now on time, on track on our reading sessions. It's just that I remember like I deleted the video here on YouTube like way back, and I haven't retrieved it yet. I accidentally deleted that for some carelessness, clumsiness reason. So, ganun guys. So, ayan. I hope you have like a really wonderful October. And really very blessed October. So, please be safe to all my viewers. I mean, wala naman siguro nag-aalaga sa inyo, right? So, I'm just here to remind you to take care of yourself. To drink your water. And always set good intentions every day. So, good things will come to you guys. Okay? So, stop thinking negatively. Yung negative thought patterns, you must really try your best to practice having good thoughts. Okay? So that it will manifest on your reality. Or just stay calm in general. If you can't think of good thoughts, calm yourself. Okay? So, kasi mahirap yun sa umpisa eh. When you were born or raised in a very toxic environment or family. Okay, so ayan, sakit na nakatawan ko guys. Tutulog na tayo. Hindi pa natatapos yung ginagawa ko. Good night. Thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. I will see you again tomorrow. Tune in guys to my channel. I really appreciate you listening to my voice and my stories. And there's more. There's always more in life, guys. So, don't lose hope. Sige na, guys. Bye-bye!
Gustong pakuin, bakit tao tatakbo boy? Yeah, I can do the killing. They can chase us kahit di naman umaalis. You can blame us, nakaapak kaya pag the race. Ipunin monthly, revenue pang bago ng address. Yeah, I'm your slime boy, kahit saan ay pwede mong i-check. Go get us, kung makakahabol ka sa rise. I cannot blame fans kung pula na pili nilang sign. Nakikitik, right si kuya sumisipa ng collab. Alam mong di nakakalimot, bibigyan ka ng discount.
Dami nilang humahabol, they can't chase us. Hinahanap ang location ko, they wanna trace us. Nagpakawala pa ng babae